So what's good, YouTube? We are back here on the second channel, big second channel vibes, and you guys already know, man, we are making our final mock draft for the 2020 NBA draft. Of course, it is tomorrow. I expect a lot of moves to happen. We've seen so many trades already occur. I've been covering this draft for 2 years, making numerous videos about some of these prospects, and I will be linking my last mock draft as well as that playlist in the description below. Check it out, guys. A lot of heat in there. And even the video I made on Cole Anthony, you guys might be seeing that on a major network really soon because your boy's making moves behind the scenes. Regardless, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you go and like it up. Go ahead and subscribe. Tomorrow during the draft, I plan on live streaming my reactions on my main channel, so make sure you go ahead and sub over there if you're not. But let's get into it, man. We're gonna make this really short and quick. We are only covering the lottery. That is, it's only the lottery scenes because I think that is what everyone is most focused on. But let's get straight into it, guys. Starting off with the #1 overall pick, of course, Minnesota. They have the first overall pick in this draft, and we've seen so many smoke screens and so many rumors about what they plan on doing. However, I think that whether Minnesota trades this pick or actually drafts somebody, I think Lamelo is going #1 almost regardless. I think that he's the best prospect in this draft class by far, and I think that he's the biggest sure thing because at least, you know, at bare minimum, you get a really good playmaking guard. So I don't see no scenario where like LaMelo is not the first overall pick. Heading over to pick #2, this is barring pretty much no trades happening. And also there is a possibility that the Oklahoma City Thunder trade into the top 3 and try to get one of these guards. But pick #2, barring no trade, I have the Golden State Warriors taking Anthony Edwards. And yes, I know that that is a major shock because so many people assume that they take a center here, and they probably should. However, I think that Golden State sees this second overall pick as an asset that they can move later on. Anthony Edwards has so much more trade value than James Wiseman with this pick. Putting him inside of the right culture could actually be really great as far as like development goes. I think that they could even package this pick up and trade it later on. It's a risk that you might as well take if you are Golden State. With the 3rd overall pick, I have the Charlotte Hornets taking James Wiseman. Now, this one is kind of simple. Charlotte will take the best player available, no matter who it is. Point guard, shooting guard, power forward, center. They will take the best player available, and it's clearly James Wiseman. They don't have a center there. They need one, and I think James Wiseman could be really good in Charlotte. Heading over to pick #4, I have flip-flopped on my opinion of this draft pick every single time. I think Chicago should trade this draft pick, but in case they don't, I have the Bulls taking Deni Avdija. If they took Killian Hayes here, I wouldn't be surprised. As a matter of fact, they probably might even do that, but I think that Deni Avdija makes the most sense here because the Bulls need a small forward. Yes, I know they have Otto Porter, but Deni Avdija could possibly be that guy that actually changes the entire culture of this team. He is that much of a boom or bust type prospect to where literally if this works out, Chicago could be a scary team with him and Zach LaVine. Heading over to pick #5, we have Cleveland, and you guys already know Cleveland is taking Obi Toppin here, man. This is the most Cleveland pick to actually do, is take Obi Toppin. He's coming out of Dayton, Ohio. I think it's perfect. I'm not sure it's the best draft pick for them, but I know that that's what they're gonna do, especially if he's left on the board. So Obi Toppin is staying in Ohio, going to the Cleveland Cavaliers in my mock draft. At pick #6, we have the Atlanta Hawks. There has been a lot of talk about them possibly trading this even to Minnesota. I think with this draft pick, they are taking Tyrese Halliburton. And yes, Tyrese is a point guard and they clearly have Trae Young. However, they should trade this, but I just don't see them taking anybody else. Taking a small forward like Patrick Williams, Isaac Okoro doesn't make sense here because they have Cam Reddish, they have DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter. So literally taking some of these wing players is kind of sketch. Taking a center makes no sense either because you guys are paying Clint Capella for the next 2 years. Clint is currently better than anybody right now as far as like this draft goes. So I think Tyrese Halliburton brings enough defense at the perimeter to help this team off the bench. And that's why I keep on saying, at some point, getting a bunch of high draft picks doesn't mean anything. it's really what you can turn that into and get other all-stars, more veteran players to actually start winning games. Pick number 7, we have the Detroit Pistons, and I think for this one, they are taking Killian Hayes. They need a point guard. D-Rose, I don't think that they see D-Rose as a future. I mean, he's like 30-something. So getting Killian Hayes with Christian Wood and with whatever they got going on over there, I think could actually work out for them. Killian Hayes is, I think he's one of the top 5 best players in this entire draft class. I like this draft class guards, man. They got a lot of underrated guards here. And Killian Hayes is a good, crafty playmaker and scorer. And I think him in Detroit, he's gonna kill it there. At pick number 8, we have the New York Knicks. And with this pick, I have them taking Isaac Okoro coming out of Auburn. They are getting another wing player. And yes, I know they have Barrett, they have Knox. I just don't see them taking another point guard here because most point guards, they are mocked so far down, even though some of them shouldn't be. I see them taking somebody that the Knicks are reportedly really high on. At pick number 9, we have the Washington Wizards. And this is what I'm saying when a lot of y'all's favorite draft picks, prospects, could fall on draft night. And this is one of those scenarios. Washington, I have them taking Onyeka Okongwu. And it's insane that I didn't even realize that he was still on the board, but there is a good chance of him sliding because most of these teams do not need a center. And even Washington doesn't need a center. However, I'm pretty sure that they will prioritize taking him over Thomas Bryant, pairing him up with Brad Beal and John Wall. And this is a really good pick. At pick number 10, we have Phoenix Suns. And with this pick, I had them taking Devin Vassell coming out of Florida State. He's a really good defender. They just traded away Kelly Oubre, and yes, they had Mikal Bridges there. That Vassell could actually be a really good role player. He showed that he has a reliable jump shot playing in college. We will see if that translates, but I really like this draft pick, and I think that overall, this could be a really good pick. At pick number 11, we have the San Antonio Spurs, and I have them taking Patrick Williams out of Florida State as well. He is another guy who showed so much versatility defensively. This looks like a San Antonio type pick, man. It does. At pick number 12, we have the Sacramento Kings. And with this draft pick, I have them taking Saddiq Bey coming out of Villanova. Sacramento is in a place where they got to get a small forward. And yes, they have Harrison Barnes. They got a few guys there. However, I think that they need to start building towards the future. And Saddiq Bey is somebody who also showed a lot of upside at Villanova. So I really like this draft pick at pick number 12. At pick number 13, we have the New Orleans Pelicans. And with them just trading away Jrue Holiday, I had them taking Tyrese Maxey with this pick. They need a scoring guard on their team. Lonzo is clearly not that. And yes, I know that they have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. However, I think that with this pick, Tyrese Maxey, he showed that he can score with the best of them. And he also showed that he had a lot of upside as well. Coming in at pick number 14. Now, this is where things get really fun because Boston is rumored to want to trade up and get Onyeka. And they have the assets to, like, if I'm right and like he slides, they can trade up to like pick number 8, 9 and possibly get him. But if they stay at 14, they have the chance to take a gamble on who to me is one of the best players and the most slept on players in this entire draft. I have Boston taking Cole Anthony here. I mean, it's so simple. Last year, we all saw him as a top 3 prospect. Some people had him going number 1. And Cole Anthony is somebody with a really high basketball IQ. I expect his jumper to actually improve, and I think that Boston gives him the best place to actually develop. He's really bouncy, and seeing a team with him, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown puts fear in my eyes for the league. I'm telling you, he is that guy of this draft. There's always that one guy who always breaks out at the end of the lottery. And in this year's draft, I think it's Cole Anthony. I really do. But guys, other than that, some of the guys that I left off this team were players like Aaron Naismith, Kyra Lewis, RJ Hampton, and Jaden McDaniels. Those guys could possibly squeeze in there and take one of these guys' spots. I think that this is going to be a really decent draft. A lot of people say that this draft is weak. I think that this draft is one of the most well-rounded drafts. Granted, I think that LaMelo's the only one who's going to be a superstar, but I think that you're going to find a lot of quality players in this draft who may really have long careers. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you go ahead and drop a like on it. Go ahead and subscribe. Give me y'all's mock drafts in the comment section below, and make sure to go ahead and sub to this channel and the main channel, because like I said before, we live streaming during that draft. We gonna get my full reactions, and I pray that my Wolves don't mess it up, man. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you go and drop a like on it. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all boys in the next one. I'm out, guys. Peace.